Hi, my name is Carolina Aranda Morachis, and I am going to talk about the Cold War. The Cold War, that approximately lasts like 15 years, is a war that started between the United States and the Soviet Union because of differences on their ways of thinking. The United States and the Soviet Union were allies when confronting the Nazis on the World War II, but they had actually so many differences on their ideas because the Americans didn't accept their ideas of communism, and the Soviets were resented because of the Americans' resilience to accept the USSR as a legitimate part of the international community, and also that the United States didn't recognize the late contribution to the World War II of the USSR. We have some important dates, or at least the ones that I consider it more interesting. That is the Korean War, where this division started of North Korea and South Korea. The space race. This is where the United States and Soviets had an intense rivalry about space and who can get the farthest first. Soviets started with a lead with Sputnik first or one. However, when they kept competing, it actually brought them together and made the International Space Station. The United States, between these years, also get the opportunity to go to the moon. And we also have the Bay of Pigs in April 17th of 1961, where the US tried to invade Cuba, and they epic failed in this job, what they considered as an embarrassing moment. And the Cuban Missile Crisis, that it was a confrontation during the Cold War between the Soviet Union and the United States regarding the deployment of nuclear missiles in Cuba. The missiles had been replaced to protect Cuba from further planned attacks after the failed Bay of Pigs invasion. Then we also have the reference, or where did this Cold War term started? Well, this term was first used by an English writer named George Orwell in an article published in 1955, making reference for what he predicted that would be 2 or 3 monstrous superstates, each possessed of a weapon by which millions of people can be wiped out in few seconds. War, what means that he thought about this nuclear war, and this is why he described it as it is described. We also have that Bernard Baruch was the first American to use this term in 1947 on a speech on Columbia. We also have these two economic systems. The first one is capitalism, and we have that the father of this system is Adam Smith between 1723 and 1790. He is the one considered as the father of capitalism because of his book The Wealth of Nations, in which he includes that we should be free of managing our individual economy without the government getting involved in it, so that we are free on what we make with our money, and we can if the money we gain or the money we have is because of the work we have done, and if you work more you have more money. And how it works, well, is that we are freedom to choose what we do with our individual economy, and to achieve, and the government can't get involved in our financial goals. And then we have the socialism that was created principally by Karl Marx. And what is this system is that uh, we can't have the freedom to manage our money as we want, but we have to share it with the community. This is where this term comes from. It also is the communism that proposes a society in which everyone shares the benefits of labor equality and eliminates the class system through redistribution of an income. And that's all. I think about this war is that this actually brought a lot of new things to us, like the society we are now, because we have that some of the countries adopted the one of those two systems. Why in America we are mainly, or basically we all have capitalism as our system, but in the occidental part of the world, like in Europe maybe, or in Asia, we have that they adopted the socialism system as it was on this war. Like the Asian part was with the socialism, and we were with the capitalism because we wanted freedom. And yeah, that's what I think, that this war brought a lot of things, and they have made us life easier because we now don't have to fight because of it. Then our governments have selected the way they want to rule. So yeah.